Yo, what's up, Bleach fans? This is Rafael from C Manga, and I'm here to give you a review of Bleach 546 The Last 9 Days. So, some good news, I guess, sort of, and some bad news. So, I'll get the bad news out of the way. If you're a mad Bleach fan like I am, you're going to be depressed because after this chapter, it goes on hiatus until September the 4th, and I think it's like the last part of this arc will begin, like the last final battle, and yeah, that's basically gonna be painful. I mean, 5 6 weeks until the next chapter actually comes out. I'm assuming this might. I don't think this is something Kubo planned. I think the Shonen Jump people basically told him, you know what, you need to get a move on, and I think Bleach actually might end sooner than we thought. Not like next year, maybe 2 3 years, because he did say it was gonna last 10 years, which was probably a bit, um, you know, look ridiculous to think that for him to even think it could last that long. So maybe this would be good because then he could, think and maybe make things a bit more consistent because there has been quite a lot of chapters where he wastes time on like unnecessary panels and stuff like that. So maybe this will be good for him. He can have a break, rewrite some stuff, cut out some unnecessary rubbish, and basically make the story good. And hopefully, it will, end decently, and this war will be good. And he could hopefully clear up some stuff, characters, past development, things like that, and then Bleach should, have a decent end. So hopefully, 2 3 more years we'll get. Hopefully. So anyway, yeah, today's chapter, considering the news I just gave you, was more or less just a setup chapter. The first part was, Kuryaku, head captain, talking to Ichigo's friends Keigo, Tatsuki, and Mizuru. More or less, he's continuing what he said before when he was saying that Ichigo won't be able to come back. And Keigo straight away thinking, "Oh, this is a joke, isn't it?" And he's like, You must be joking." And after he's, Kuryaku's like, "No, I'm not joking. I'm being serious." And Keigo's like, "How can you be so calm? Like, if this is serious, like if you're not joking." And Keigo really impressed me in this one because he pretty much he bust the switch. He completely switched on thing like because he's usually the jokey character, and you wonder about how his friendship with Ichigo, but he was very serious and protective, and Mizuru as well. They were like really concerned and asking questions. Like Mizuru pretty much snapped because Kuryaku explained that Ichigo can't where he is right now. He obviously he went to go and protect Soul Society, which they said, yeah, we know this is why we're Ichigo's friends. And he said, but he's gone to a secret place that's even secret in Soul Society, which is the Royal Realm, and there he might acquire a power that's so great they don't know what it's going to be like when he comes back, which means he won't be able to come back to the real world, which kind of was obvious, considering that even captains have to have their power suppressed and vice captains when they come to the real world. So I'm assuming Ichigo's going to get some godlike power. He won't be able to come back at all, and he will be stuck in Soul Society, which is something I think everyone knew he would go to do anyway by the end of the series. But this doesn't really play down well with Keiko. He snaps it. It's like, so you just trapped him. You want to use him. It's like make him powerful and then keep him in Soul Society against his will. And what do you call it? He's saying, yeah, it's sort of my fault, but this is something that just had to be done because of the war that's going to happen. And Mizuru, the more calm person, he's basically said, why, he's just like, what, they're just out of, what do you call it? It's just like, they're lost for words, Tatsuki as well. And they're thinking, so you can never come back. And this is when, what was it, Kuryaku said there's a 10,001 chance that this could happen, yeah, and that's basically what baffled Mizuru says, like, if there's a 10,001 chance, why would you, what do you call it, tell us this? That's what Sasuke was saying as well. And it's like, well, because if there's even a slim chance of this happening, obviously it would be unfair to not let Ichigo's friends know before he leaves. So he gives them tickets, and he said he's already given tickets to their family. He said you can come and visit at any time, which obviously as the head captain he can do what he wants. He's a boss, and yeah, That's it. He also says not to be glum because Ichigo will return before the battle to rest, but I doubt that. I don't think he's returning after this. This pretty much kind of says that they're gonna come and see him and then he'll be gone because it looks like the fight's gonna happen soon. And yeah, we have a little bit of Orihime and Chad. They're talking about peace and thing. They're training, and this is kind of a revelation to me that by the end of the series, all the races will be peaceful because like Orihime is like, oh, it's nice to be peaceful and just working without any battles. That will never happen. So most likely that's how Bleach is gonna end with Arrancar's Quincy's and Shinigami humans all being united and one and all calm. So I'm guessing that's what that whole bit was signifying. And yeah, so then the last bit of the chapter, it shows a Seireitei from a far view, like, panoramic. And the next thing, there's a dome just gone over and it's just vanished. And I was like, what the flip? It's just like, where's the Seireitei gone? It's like it disappeared and like these other places were being replaced. It's like I saw like something that looked like Big Ben, a clock, and like these kind of Victorian styled buildings. And then all the Shinigami are going mad, like, what are these buildings? What are these? I've never seen these before. And like, in the surveillance area, excuse me, in the surveillance area now, they're checking like what's going on. The meters are off the chart, and it's like the Seireitei is completely and utterly disappeared. And then who do we see appear? We see Juha, Jugram, Hashwell, and Uryu, and it's like he says the invasion's successful, so it seems like the invasion has begun again. And he says to Uryu, do you know the Kaiser Ginseng? And he says, yeah, you know the thing we heard before where he said this Seal Quincy King regained his heart after 900 years, intellect after 90, and powers after 9. And he tells Uryu that there's a sequel to that song, and it's like he says the whole thing again, and then he says after 9 days, the Quincy King will regain the whole world, and the chapter ends there. And it's like it says the last 9 days, so it looks like the final battle is on the way. What do you call it? Juha's pretty much more or less drawn his hand and moved his chess piece along, and he's like, yeah, he's declaring war again, and he wants to. It seems like he's reclaimed Soul Society. He's turned it into something else, and I'm wondering, is this what it originally was or something? And this is what the Shinigami were fighting over before. It's weird because it just turned into some old Victorian city, like in England kind of thing. It looks weird. So. Another thing I found weird was Juha called Uryu Hashwell, and I'm thinking, is that like not a surname then? It's just like a rank or something, because Jugram had Hashwell as the second thing, so now Uryu has it. Maybe it's a second in command kind of thing, and obviously because he's going to be the prospect or the next Quincy King, as Juha seems to keep claiming, even though I don't think it's true. And yeah, that's it. That's I said, set up chapter. I'm looking forward to see what will happen in September. Oh, God, I hate saying that. It just sounds so depressing that we won't be having a chapter next week. It's interesting because I'm glad that Kubo's more or less said Ichigo's not going to the real world. He's going to be a Shinigami. That's what I think. He it's something he wanted to do anyway. We can tell. So this pretty much more or less says it, because he's going to have to say bye to his friends and family, and he's obviously going to get a mega power up because it will be anticlimactic. It's like, oh no guys, I can come back. And yeah, that's about it. And then everyone's going to get powered up, I guess. Rukia, Renji, and Byakuya as well, alongside Ichigo, will get power up, come back and fight. And yeah, the Quincy War will start, and there's going to be a lot of conflict, especially between Uryu and Ichigo. So that's going to be some mad stuff. But as I said, yeah, that good setup, I guess, but it's just depressing that we have to wait so long till September. But yeah, I'm liking this chapter. It's just a setup chapter, so you can't really complain about it. It was just setting up the final war arc. And yeah, that's all I can say. Good chapter. Can't wait until September. But I've babbled on and on enough. What do you guys think? Leave your comments about waiting till September. Revelation of Ichigo not coming back, and Seireitei being teleported. Anything you can think of, and leave a like if you enjoyed the chapter, and also subscribe for more content in the channel, and I'll speak to you guys next time.